Well, hello everyone, this is Emrys from cruisehive.com. It's time to say goodbye to the CDC, and we've also got more cancellations and itinerary changes. It's just never ending with all the cruise news, right? But there is something that has ended, and that's the CDC's Conditional Sailing Order. We'll get into all that shortly, along with some major new developments with cancellations and itinerary changes on Carnival Cruise Line, Norwegian Cruise Line, and Royal Caribbean. We also need to lighten the outlook a bit. We really do, don't we? So we've got some good cruise news too. And just before we do get started, do like the video if you're a fan on all things cruise, and if you think the updates may be of interest to others. Also, feel free to subscribe to the Cruise Hive YouTube channel, and I want to see your comments down below on all the latest developments in cruising. Alright, let's get started. We start with some good news from Norwegian Cruise Line. Yes, some actual good news from that cruise line this week, with the unveiling of its second Prima class cruise ship, Norwegian Viva. What do you think of that name then? Do let us know in the comments below. The future vessel will measure 965 feet long and 142,500 gross tons, with a guest capacity of 3,219 at double occupancy. Viva will feature Ocean Boulevard, an outdoor walkway wrapping around the entire ship and over a glass bridge. Other features include 11 unique eateries at the Indulge Food Hall, as well as infinity beach, infinity pools designed to blend into the ocean. Also on board will be the Rush and the Drop, the fastest freefall drop dry slides at sea, as well as the Viva Speedway, a 3-level go-kart racetrack that speeds for a quarter mile around and even through the ship's funnel at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. Now, as a Formula 1 fan myself, that is a feature for me. So thank you very much, Norwegian Cruise Line, and obviously all the go-kart tracks and all the other ships as well. The ship debuts during the summer of 2023, and following a string of introductory inaugural cruises, Norwegian Viva will offer Mediterranean sailings from June 15th to November 6, 2023. These voyages include 8, 9 and 10-day voyages from Lisbon in Portugal, Venice and Rome in Italy, and Athens in Greece. On November 16th, 2023, the ship is scheduled to begin her first transatlantic crossing, departing from Lisbon, Portugal for an 11-day voyage heading to New York City. Norwegian Viva will spend the winter season sailing from San Juan, Puerto Rico, with 7 and 9-day Caribbean itineraries, visiting Tortola, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Martin, Aruba, Curacao, and other popular Caribbean destinations. Alright, so let's get into all the latest cancellations by Norwegian Cruise Line, which has been almost daily. It's been very fluid indeed. And just yesterday, which was January 14th, 2022, we reported about the Norwegian Gem. And here's what's going on with that ship. The ship was on a 10-day Caribbean itinerary that departed New York City on January 9th. But on the first day of the cruise, which was a day at sea after setting sail the evening before, guests were informed of dramatic itinerary changes. 2 ports, Grand Turk on January 12th and St. Thomas on January 13th, were dropped, and the remaining ports were rearranged. No new ports were added, and instead the cruise was to have 2 additional days at sea, for a total of 6 sea days on the 10-day cruise. Just 3 days later, guests received another letter from the ship's captain that the voyage had been cancelled and the ship would be heading back to New York as a result of COVID-related circumstances. So that's the latest on the Norwegian Gem, which is kind of breaking news. Lots going on with the cruise line at the moment, as Norwegian Breakaway was also added to the list of NCL vessels that have suspended operations temporarily. And that follows an additional 4 vessels cancelling select sailings as announced on January 13th. Wow, so much going on. So currently there are 12 vessels that are on hold, and with some cruises cancelled as far as April 23rd, 2022. However, some ships, just like the Norwegian Pearl, are only suspended until the end of January. So that's very soon. The NCL ships that are currently still operating are the Norwegian Encore, Norwegian Bliss, and Norwegian Epic. Norwegian Gem is not yet on that list, as the next scheduled cruise is still a go. But you never know, that could change, so do make sure you keep checking the latest updates daily. We've got the full list of ships and cruise cancellations all over on cruisehive.com. Also keep checking for the latest updates, as it's all changing so fast, and even my update could be outdated by the time you're watching this. And I did tell you it's not going to be all doom and gloom. We're going to have some good news in here too. And of course, Carnival Cruise Line has kicked off sailings from Charleston, South Carolina, finally, after I think almost 2 years. So Carnival Sunshine has finally kicked off sailings from Charleston in South Carolina. The vessel has been operating some cruises from Miami and Fort Lauderdale in December and January already, and that was to replace Carnival Horizon. That vessel was forced to go into dry dock due to mechanical issues which impacted her maximum cruising speed. So Sunshine departed Charleston on January 13th on a 4-night Bahamas cruise, sailing to Nassau in the Bahamas. Guests will have a day to enjoy at sea after departure and on the way back home. Carnival Sunshine will sail on her second cruise from Charleston on January 17th. This voyage, one of the Carnival journeys, is a 10-day voyage that will sail to St. Thomas in the US Virgin Islands first, followed by calls to St. Martin, Antigua, Tortola, and of course Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, after which the vessel will make her way back to Charleston during 2 days at sea. According to the South Carolina Ports Authority, guests can rest assured that they will find the cruise terminal fully prepared to deal with thousands of guests who will pass through during embarkation days. When a ship is in port, a team of people will disinfect high-touch areas constantly, including handrails, doorknobs, and other surfaces. Face masks will be mandatory inside the terminal and on board the vessel at all times. And while we're on the topic of Carnival Cruise Line, guests booked on upcoming sailings have received a notification of itinerary changes for the Carnival Dream, Carnival Conquest, and Carnival Sunrise. Only select sailings are impacted in January and February 2022 that featured a call in Key West, Florida. This comes due to calls to ban large cruise ships and while talks continue between the cruise line and local authorities. The cruise port has been dropped on sailings for those 3 vessels, and the notification was only sent out on January 13th to impacted guests, not leaving much time between the first altered departure for Carnival Dream on January 15th. Alright, so for Carnival Dream out of Galveston in Texas, there are 3 itinerary changes. The sailings that depart on January 15th, as I just mentioned, January 29th and February 12th, 2022 will now only be calling at Freeport, Half Moon Cay or Key, however you want to call it, and Nassau in the Bahamas. Key West was previously scheduled to be the first port of call during those voyages, but that is not the case now. 4 sailings have dropped Key West for the Carnival Conquest, based out of Miami in Florida. Departures on January 24th, 31st, February 7th, and February 21st, 2022 have all dropped a call to Key West. Those 4-day sailings will now only include a visit to Cozumel in Mexico. And finally, Carnival Sunrise has just its February 3rd sailing impacted, also based out of Miami, Florida. The 3-day voyage will only include a call in Cozumel, Mexico, with Key West being dropped. And folks, yes, the big news for today, yes, the CDC's conditional sailing order, which was first introduced at the end of October 2020, has come to an end. Well, kind of. From today, the CDC will make the measure a voluntary one instead of a mandatory measure. Cruise lines will choose whether to follow the CDC's guidance or implement their own guidelines and procedures. And it's pretty obvious right now that cruise lines are going to just keep with the current guidance from the CDC. And in fact, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings has already announced it has opted in to the program that's named COVID-19 Program for cruise ships operating in US waters, which is the CDC's voluntary COVID-19 risk mitigation program for foreign flagged cruise ships operating in US waters. Alright, that's a big name. It means all 3 cruise brands owned by the cruise company will still follow guidance from the CDC to make sure guests and crew remain safe. So don't expect any drastic changes in protocols for now. Things are just going to continue as normal. It will also be interesting to see what other major cruise lines decide to do, including Carnival and Royal Caribbean. So do let us know what you think about this and the ending of the conditional sailing order in the comments below. Will cruise lines still follow the CDC? What's going to happen moving forward? Are protocols going to change? So many questions and so many discussions about it. So do let us know in the comments below. Even more cruise news, just some final 2 short news pieces to keep you updated. Royal Caribbean International and Celebrity Cruises have extended the Cruise with Confidence cancellation policy for sailings booked by March 31st, 2022 that depart by September 30th, 2022. You can cancel up to 48 hours before your sail date and get the full paid value in a future cruise credit. Guests can use the credit for any sailing that departs within a year of the original sail date or by December 31st, 2022, whichever is longer. And our final news story for today, some breaking news. Independence of the Seas is not departing its home port of Port Canaveral as the cruise line has cancelled 3 sailings. The January 14th 8-day super cruise charter, a short 2-night voyage departing January 22nd, and another 5-day charter K-Love cruise departing January 24th, 2022 will no longer go ahead due to COVID-related issues. That's pretty much all we know. All those 3 cruises are cancelled. We'll keep you updated on all the latest developments when it comes to cancellations over on the website, so do make sure you keep checking. So those are just a handful of the cruise stories from the week. If we covered everything, we would be here all day and night, and that is 100% certain. So many more headlines that you can take a look at over on cruisehive.com, including MSC Cruises informing guests on possible itinerary changes, Norwegian Cruise Line overhauls its Latitudes program, Carnival Cruise Line glitch sending emails by mistake, and check out the exclusive Carnival Horizon photos after the ship completed an urgent dry dock in Italy. Wow, it's just been another busy week of cruise news. What a surprise. Lots of news to read up on. And also, you can discuss all things cruise, not just in the comments below, but also over on our new message boards on the website. If you found the video informative at all, then do feel free to like and subscribe to the Cruise Hive YouTube channel. Thanks ever so much for your time, everyone. I'm Memris from cruisehive.com, and I'll see you all soon.